Oh, the blue and the blue?
Does it look good?
It looks good.
Blue, very Italian. When I wear these, it was like, you're Italian. Okay.
Take it away.
Guys, today we're making two staples of Italian comfort cuisine, right? We're making pollo alla pizzaiola, which, you know, in America, it's like chicken parm, okay? Fresh tomatoes, good mozzarella, nice and crispy, absolutely delicious. And then we're gonna finish off with something fun, playful. We're making a chocolate salami. Before we start all of these, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my recipes. So we're gonna start with the chicken. Here you go. We are butterflying this. Gonna go here, and then halfway. Here you go. We're gonna do the same one with this one. I like chicken parm when it's nice, thin, and crispy. It's what I crave in this kind of dish. So we take a little bit of plastic wrap. You wanna put this right on top. This is where the fun begins. This is a mallet, right? I mean, this is literally what my grandmother would have on her kitchen counter. What we're gonna do here, we are going to pound this very thin, like 1/4 of an inch. And also what this does while I do this, it tenderizes the meat. Now, the best way to do this is hit and drag, right? So you're gonna hit, drag. I mean, there is some sort of therapy that comes with cooking, and I have to say that this is probably one of them. Now, there will be some parts that are a little thinner than others, and that's okay. This is a rustic dish. It's supposed to be that way. This is the chicken breast, nice and thin. We're gonna wash the hands, and then we're gonna start with the breading. So, classic 3 steps breading system. We're going to have flour right here. Then we're gonna have eggs, and then we're going to have panko. It's a thicker breadcrumb, if you will. Now, seasoning. So we're gonna start with salt. We season the flour, we season the eggs, we season the panko. A little bit of pepper in here, garlic, onion powder. And you know what? We're also gonna do a little bit of, this is literally my favorite. Oregano from Sicily. You just take it in between your 2 hands, and look what we're gonna do. Just like that. That's how you use it. One last thing before I mix all this up is gonna be cheese. Now for cheese, I actually like to add this in the breadcrumbs, in the panko. It creates this nice little crust. There you go. So now to mix up. First with my hands, I'll just mix the flour here. Then I'm gonna do my panko. Beautiful. The smell is great. And then we're gonna grab a fork. I'm gonna do eggs. This feels like sometimes a lot of steps, but these are it. Like, we're just doing the breading station, and then it's about frying the chicken, and then move everything in the oven with some mozzarella and tomatoes. So very easy. It just takes a little bit of setting up. We have our breading station right here. I'm kind of ready to go and start breading this, okay? We're gonna take our chicken right here. We're gonna move them to the flour first. Here you go. Now at this point, you're gonna move it into the eggs. You can actually use a fork for this. And move it back in here. And move it into the breadcrumbs. Take some breadcrumbs from the sides, kind of like put it on top. You wanna make sure you coat all of this. This in Italian is called impanatura. It's like, you know, the breading, the panade of a chicken, right? It's a word that comes from France. Look how beautiful this looks. You're gonna take this, move it into a baking sheet right here. Great, and now we're gonna do this again with the next chicken breast. You shake it off as well, and then you move it right here. All right, done with all this. So this is such an easy dish to make for a lot of people, because look at this. These are just 2 chicken breasts. They're pretty good. This feeds at least 4 people. And it's just fun. It's like a fun family dinner. It's really about time to like kind of clean up, and then we're gonna move into tomatoes. Tomatoes. We use a lot of tomatoes in Italy. Good tomatoes. So usually pizzaiola is done with a tomato sauce we call passata. This time around, I actually wanted to go more the fresh way. So we're actually gonna take some cherry tomatoes, put them in the oven, still on the vine. I actually like it this way, and there is, you know, a certain, you know, rusticness of this whole dish. We're gonna do a little extra virgin olive oil. Don't be shy. Flaky salt, right? Then pepper. There you go. Now, oven. The oven needs to be high enough so that all the sugars of the tomatoes kind of come out and start caramelizing. So we have the oven at 450. This is gonna take really 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. And now it's time to actually fry the chicken. Now, we could use olive oil, but what I really, really love using is clarified butter. Clarified butter is basically butter just without the water, right? So it's been like cooked very slowly, the water evaporates, and what you're left with is just the fat of the butter. We're using enough butter here to cover all the base of the pan. You can also just use just a regular olive oil, maybe a mix between olive oil and vegetable oil as well, or you can use just butter, right? Which is definitely something you have in your fridge. I'm gonna take the chicken and very carefully move it from inward outward. There you go. Very slow. There you go. You can also take some of this butter and baste on top. So this is gonna be about 4 minutes on each side, and then we're gonna move these into the oven. So remember, even if it's not completely cooked all the way, but we're talking about 3/4 of the way, it's okay because it's gonna go into the oven and it's gonna finish there. What I'm really looking here is for the crispiness of the chicken, right? So right now, look, the edges are getting nice and crispy. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move it around, right? We're gonna take it, there you go, and then move it on this side right here. Look at that. We're gonna take some of this oil, gonna move it on top so it cooks all over. Look at that, this is kind of done, right? So we're gonna take this very carefully, gonna lift it up. If this separates just like this, that's totally fine. We're gonna like move it up, here you go, boom, done. And now as soon as this comes out, I like to take some salt. It's not only for seasoning, but also it absorbs the oil. And then we're gonna do the same thing with this other piece. Chicken is done, and now we're gonna check our tomatoes right here. Oh my God, look at this. This looks so good. And they're nice and caramelized. All this right here, all the juices that come out of it, we're gonna definitely use those. They're delicious. So we kind of got our bases here. Tomatoes, there you go. Chicken. Now we are missing one important component, which is mozzarella. Mozz, that's how they call it here in America. Mozz. They want this mozzarella to be like very uniformly, distributed on top of the chicken. All right, so we have mozzarella here. I like to do this. Look what I like to do. I like to cut this. Then I kind of like to break it apart. Voila. Chicken right here. I know everybody would like to just dump a bunch of mozzarella on top. You have to like restrain yourself a little because if you put too much mozzarella, then the chicken kind of get lost in there. So trust me when I say a little less sometimes is more, and this is kind of what you want to do. So you're gonna take the pieces of mozzarella. Again, you kind of want to break through them. Look at that. And again, I want my chicken to still be crispy. I want to like eat it and have a little crunch. And if you put too much mozzarella, too much cheese on it, you end up kind of, losing that. And if you have a little extra mozzarella, I promise you can eat it, then nobody will know. Chicken right here, back into the oven. We allow for the mozzarella to kind of melt through, and now I'm kind of gonna focus on those beautiful tomatoes. Some basil, garlic as well. And we're gonna mix them up. All right, our tomatoes. I like to save a couple of these on the vine. The other ones, I'm just gonna pick them off the vine. Gonna use this right here. Look at that. All this beautiful juice, we want it. And this is like umami flavor. It's like so good. Instead of making like a tomato passata, which is what, I grew up with, we're making something a little more elevated and fresh and fun. Basil, I like to take the small leaves right here, right? And then of course, we're also gonna use garlic. So I'm gonna take a little microplaner. Just 1 clove is enough. Some fresh extra virgin olive oil, some extra salt, and some peppers. So this is gonna be the tomato sauce. I mean, you can sure go to the grocery store, pick up the classic jar of tomato sauce and use that. And you know what? Sometimes, some days, that's what you want. But if you have some tomatoes kind of like hanging in the kitchen there on the vine, you're like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. This is an amazing way, and also much fresher, right? We're done with this. We have our tomatoes here on the vine, which I'm gonna leave right here for later. And let's check on the chicken. Beautiful. Again, I have enough mozzarella, but it's not covered in it, which is kind of what I want and what I like. This is done. So now we kind of have to put it all together. Oh my God, this looks so good. It smells divine. Our beautiful tomatoes. So we have these, we're gonna put it right on top. We have these cute little things here. I like to add them like around, drizzle everything with this. Last but not least, a little bit of basil, fresh basil. All right, beautiful. Look how beautiful this is. All right. Enjoy this. Oh my God. Oh. I have to tell you, there are just a few things in life that makes me so happy. And the whole combo of tomatoes, mozzarella, and crispy chicken, it's one of it. It's like so good, refreshing. The perfect dish to have to then indulge in a little chocolate salami. Salami di cioccolata, Italian dessert moment. I'm gonna finish this up, and then it's time to do some dessert. My mom used to love to make salamino di cioccolata, which is chocolate salami, right? We call it salami because it has the shape of a salami, but basically what it is, it's like a base of chocolate, and then inside we add some different cookies that we find in the pantries. Sometimes you have dry fruits, sometimes you have nuts in there. So this is really like kind of like a, you know, kitchen sink leftover dessert. This is what we're gonna do first. We're actually gonna start the base of the chocolate salami. We are going to take this chocolate and melt it in a double boiler. Here we have some bittersweet chocolate. There you go. While this melts, we are going to start to actually make the base. Okay, we got some room temp butter right here. Sugar, we're gonna do half a cup of sugar. Now we're gonna whip this up. Okay, so now a little pinch of salt. Then we have 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Espresso powder. Then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of a good quality heavy cream. And then we're gonna mix this again. Low speed. We are waiting for our chocolate. When you get here, you kind of look through it and you're like, all right, it's starting to melt, it needs a little more time. You kind of want to give it a nice little encouragement. Now, let's talk about dry ingredients. We talk about cookies, right? What kind of cookies? My mom used to open up the pantry, see whatever leftover cookies she had. They're all basically like shortbread cookies, right? All of this is great because what we're gonna do with it is kind of mix them up and then chop them up and then add them into the chocolate salami. You just don't want anything with too much moisture. I'm basically like very roughly chopping all of this up. You can use any cookies that you have laying around the house. I'm also gonna add some dried fruit and nuts. So we got some cherries, we got some pistachio. All right, let's look at the chocolate right now. Ooh, this is ready. Oh, look at this, this is beautiful. And then we add the bittersweet chocolate to the espresso, cocoa powder, sugar, a little bit of heavy cream, and I'm gonna mix it by hand. Look at this. Okay, there you go. We got our cookies, you got the dried cherries, the pistachio, everything is going right here in it. There you go. Base of our chocolate salami, it's right here. The fun part is about shaping this into what we call a salami or salamino. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna have plastic wrap. We're gonna take the the base of our chocolate salami, and you're going to spread it along the way. So we're making a pretty big log. Again, you don't have to be perfect in this. You're gonna start basically shaping a log. Then you're gonna take the other part, roll it on top. Gonna close on this side. You kind of wanna, here you go, twist it, right? You can twist it again. There you go. Look at that. So look how beautiful this is. This is the base of the chocolate salami. Now this goes in the freezer for at least 4 hours, okay? You have to have some self-control here, all right? You have to just wait. So this goes into the freezer. All right, so it's been 4 hours now. As you can see, this is quite hard. Once you go to slice it, it needs to be a little warmer. Just take it out, let it at room temp for about 30 minutes, and then it's kind of ready to, you know, to be sliced and served. But first, we're gonna make this look like a salami. Powdered sugar right here. I'm gonna take this, open this up, and then what we're gonna do is just drop it on top of the powdered sugar. You definitely want some kitchen towels with you here because this is the messy part. You're gonna take some powdered sugar, put it on top, and then you really kind of wanna roll it around. To finish the look is to tie it, just like a salami would be tied. So a little bit of twine, kitchen twine. Right now, this is our chocolate salami. Now, you tell me if this doesn't look like a little salami hanging at the salumeria. Isn't it so cute? This is so fun. It just makes me, it turns me into a kid when I have it. All right, boom. On here, we're gonna slice this up. Look at that. Look at the inside. It looks so good, right? And look, you got a little chocolate salami going. I haven't even tried it, but maybe it's time for me to try. This is so fun. This is a fun dessert. Like, it's impossible to eat, to make, and not to kind of smile and laugh through it, because it's ridiculous, right? We're making a salami out of chocolate. Come on. But it's so good. Make this. Let me know how it is. Leave a comment and subscribe. I'll see you soon.